Hello everyone, I'm Pietro and in this video I'm gonna talk to you about the musician of Hogwarts Legacy. While exploring the castle of Hogwarts or all the hamlets that there are scattered around the world map, you will find lots of events that make the world really feel alive. For example, like this student here that probably took some kind of potion and now he can walk on a wall, or maybe this other guy that bought some second-hand enchanted socks and cannot stop dancing. But of all of these characters and people that you can find around the world doing various different things, the one that impressed me the most is the musician, because differently from many of the others, he is interactable. You can go to the guy and gift him, donate him 10 galleons, and that is gonna make him have enough money to buy a new instrument. Therefore he's gonna ask for money, he's gonna talk to you about the new instrument that he just bought, and also he travels and evolves with you during the game. You can find him in Hogsmeade, but you can find him also in other hamlets with his instruments. Each time he has more and more of them and he uses them to play for the crowd, to play for you when you pass by. But also he is interactive, like you can give him the money and then he's gonna thank you. You can give him the money and the next time he's gonna have a new instrument, he's gonna explain you what the new instrument is, maybe where he bought it from or stuff like that, which is really a thing that makes him become your friend, you know? The first time I played through the game, I noticed that you could give money to the musician, and so I thought, well, let's do it, but I didn't think that that was something more behind it. And then I figured out that he had more instruments each time that I gave him more money, and this really made me want to make a video about it, because I found this thing so cool, but also because I wanted to learn more about him, his personality, his mechanics, like when does he appear, what instruments does he play, and in which order do they appear, does it change between different games, how long does it take for him to buy a new instrument, and which missions are required for you to unlock the next instrument, and when does it end, like do you have to finish the entirety of the game before seeing him play the sixth and last of his instruments? Well, in this video I analyzed each of these aspects and I'm gonna show you the results. So when is it that we can first meet the musician? Well, we can meet him just after defeating the first troll in Hogsmeade, after the first day at Hogwarts missions, and there we learn that he's called Ernie Lark, and we can already give him the 10 galleons. I'm gonna show you now the clip of my first interaction with him.
New instruments are expensive, you know. Spare a nut, a sickle, a galleon. Come now, don't be stingy.
And just a quick little comment here, I would like to have such a hardcore fan like this lady here, like Ernie has. Like, look at her, she's so happy of seeing him with the wand there, playing just one single instrument. It's incredible, this was a very funny scene. So after this first interaction with Ernie, we learned that, well, he has a very hardcore fan base and that he also asks a lot for money. So apparently, if he up to now had just one instrument, it means that his fans are more like cheering fans and not really Patreon supporters or stuff like that, because they didn't give him a lot of money. But yeah, so I gave him the first 10 galleons and then tried to go away from Hogsmeade and then come back, and unfortunately he was not ready. He did not have a new instrument and also he didn't let me tip him again. So, wanting to test out each possibility, I decided to try and fast travel back to Hogwarts, because maybe despawning him completely by traveling to another part of the world map would have helped him to progress, let's say. And so that's what I did. I traveled back to Hogwarts and then I tried to sleep also there, making some time pass, and then traveling back to Hogsmeade and see if he was still there and if he had a new instrument or if I could tip him again. After traveling back to Hogsmeade again, I found that I could not tip him any more galleons, and also that he had just the same old instrument as he had at the beginning. Therefore I had to try and play through a few missions to then finally be able to progress with the development of the career of our friend Ernie. To finally allow Ernie to buy a new instrument, I had to play the story missions up until the one of the Trials of Merlin and the following mission, which is the one that is different for each house of Hogwarts. In my case, I was an Hufflepuff, therefore I had to complete the mission Prisoner of Love. Otherwise, the other houses would have to complete the mission The Hunt for the Missing Pages if Gryffindor, Scrope's Last Hope if Slytherin, or Ollivander's Heirloom if Ravenclaw. After this, traveling to one of the locations where Ernie can be found, I found him with a new instrument, and this is the clip of our interaction.
I remember you. Your generosity helped me afford this rather exotic snake contraption. Very Salazar, isn't it? New instruments are expensive, you know. Very generous. Thank you.
So there we have it, our generosity allowed him to buy a very exotic snake contraption. He was very happy about it. I'm very happy that he has a new instrument to play, and now we can go on and play until the map chamber mission, which is just before the first trial, which unlocks the third instrument.
Why, hello again! Come and listen. I've acquired what Muggles call a lute. Marvelous, isn't it? Thank you! Enjoy the show! This might be enough. Could be enough.
This time I'm amazed, he added a lute to his collection, a Muggle instrument, can you imagine? And then after that we donated again, he said that this may be enough for a new instrument. And when is he gonna unlock the new instrument? Which is it gonna be? Well, we're gonna see it in the next clip. He bought it after that I completed the mission that's called The Elf, the Knapsack and the Loom.
Back already! I picked up this violin in Diagon Alley. Complex bit of enchantment. Lovely sound. New instruments are expensive, you know. You have most time.
So it sounded that this time around Ernie was happy to see us back, he was happy of showing us his new violin. I met him this time in Upper Oxfield because I was passing by and I just saw him there, and so I had to take the opportunity to meet my favorite musician in that location, and then I also tipped 10 more galleons and he was most happy of it. And so it was a time to get to the 5th instrument. This time I had to complete all the missions of the main storyline until I completed the Charles Rookwood's trial.
Why, if it isn't my most generous fan! This remarkable thing is called an accordion.
So as you can see from this clip, we got to the winter before that he could finally get his 5th instrument. In this case it was an accordion, and look at it go, as he forgot to say there. I don't know why the subtitles stated that he should have said it, but he did not. And well, someone is back. His biggest fan. Look at her, she's so happy again. Now I understand her with all these instruments. Yeah, let's go, all for Ernie. And then it was the time to unlock the 6th instrument. For that I had to complete the mission of the story, which is the Shadow of the Mine. That mission in which with Sebastian you enter in a mine full of spiders. So let's see, let's discover what is the last instrument of our friend musician.
Here you are, a true patron of the arts. I think the drum improves the timbre. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah, definitely, I agree. The music now is fantastic. These 6 instruments were all needed. I am super happy of having invested my money in you, Ernie, and I'm super happy that now that finally we got to the Christmas season, we see the Christmas tree there on the side. He has all the instruments that he wants to play, and also the crowd got a little bit bigger.
One day only. Until next time.
Apparently our friend is a very funny guy, and he says new phrases now that he has all the instruments, like this one.
The one and only Harry Potter.
Or also this next phrase here.
Witches and wizards, feast your ears.
And even some exclusive news of where he's gonna perform next.
Next performance, Diagon Alley.
So while I was trying to get a final last look and close up to the instruments of Ernie, I got my character floating here in the middle. I don't know what was happening there, but you know, we are in the wizarding world, so everything is legit, everything is alright. And that brings this video to an end. In total I had to get to level 22. It became Christmas, we had to complete the first 2 trials, but we got to Ernie all his 6 instruments, and so no, there is no need to get until the end of the game. It took me about 8 hours of gameplay by doing just the main missions of the storyline and skipping all the cutscenes, and this is the story of Ernie Lark, the musician of Hogwarts Legacy. Thanks for watching, I'll catch you guys next time in the next video. Have a nice day, bye bye!